is a pleasure to see my beautiful co-host, Ebony K.
Joe Budden, what's up, my dear?
Hey, Eb, how you doing?
I'm good. Let me get some good light going here.
No, you look great. The view of the city looked great. How are you during these dark times?
I'm doing well, baby. I'm doing well, and I'm really happy to have this conversation with you. I'm loving this. This is great.
Oh man.
Oh, it is.
Why?
Why?
Why? But why?
Because this is a good time. I really loved what Lyric was doing. Lyric was holding women accountable, and I like that.
And men.
Go ahead.
And men.
No, and men. But as a fellow woman and as a fellow Virgo, you understand this, my Virgo king. Personal accountability is everything, right? So my happiness is, guess whose responsibility?
Yours.
It's mine. It's mine. It's all the way mine. And I want to say this. I think a lot of this, and I appreciated what Mandy was offering in terms of women feeling led on and misconstruing relationship behavior, but I can't really hear it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's nothing to be misconstrued when you ask clear questions, okay? So one of the things that I do, and this is, like you said, Joe, I've also been in therapy since I was 16, so working on my evolution.
Yes.
I used to be the type that wouldn't ask the question because I didn't really want to know the answer, right? So I'm not gonna ask you, is this a committed relationship? I'm not gonna ask you, are you seeing anybody else? I'm not gonna directly ask you those things because I'm afraid that the answer might be yes, right? And if you give me the answer yes, Joe, and I like you so much already, I don't want to have information that really should make me reconsider whether I continue to see you. That's the reality. That is the reality. So
I think that's been a reality for me. I can vouch for that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been a reality for me. I don't ask because I don't want to know, and I want to kind of, it's called plausible deniability. I want to retain plausible deniability.
That lawyer shit, that's why I'd have to be careful with you, man.
Right?
Plausible deniability, yeah. That's exactly what it is.
I want to be able to say, well, he never told me about whatever, right? So that's plausible deniability, which is really some self-delusional bullshit when you get to the core, because what you're doing is you're just prolonging the pain. Because the more you're in it, the longer I'm with you, the longer I'm having sexual relations with you and getting emotionally connected to you. Now when I got to pull the plug because the evidence is just undeniable, I'm heartbroken.
And now he's a fuck nigga. And I guess that's
Right.
what I was getting to. He's a fuck nigga, but there's been all of these opportunities to kind of assess and see and listen and hear and talk and ask. And if you continue to go down that dark road, then what you want me to do?
So let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you what I do as a grown woman, Joe, now almost 37 this year. This is what I do. This is, I'm going to be very candid here. I'm going to share some things that led me to my current relationship, which is engaged to be married. When I first met my fiance, I was very clear. I want to say within dates 2 to 3. Are you looking for a companionship relationship? Or are you looking for a partnership relationship? Because those are two very different things, Joe.
Oh, no, you're schooling me now. Give it to me.
Okay, so companionship, I'm going to go out on a limb here, Joe, and think that's probably what you're in the market for.
Hey.
Let me explain. Companionship relationship's a great kind of relationship. You enjoy each other's company. You're probably involved sexually. You enjoy doing things together, traveling, going to see the movies, going out to dinner, maybe going out to parties together. You enjoy time with each other. You genuinely enjoy one another. And you guys are companions in that way. But it stops short of partnership relationship, because partnership relationships are, I am trying to do life with you. I am trying to plan my life with you, whether that is purchasing a home and living together, whether that is bringing children into this world and co-parenting them together, whether that is marriage potentially, or any of those things that look like a joint life. There's a joint life that we're talking about in a partnership relationship. And then there is a companionship relationship, which is enjoying each other together, but separate.
Before you continue with this very amazing point, Eboni Kiana Williams, I think that you have me reversed. You have my position. You have my position reversed. Well, I am in the market for a partnership.
Are you really?
Not companionship. I don't want to.
Let me know, Joe. I mean,
I don't want to hang out. I don't want to hang out with people.
Really?
No.
You're looking to purchase a home with the young lady and bring more children into it and live life exclusively with her?
Yes, Eboni K. Williams. I am. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll believe you. I just
Eboni. Anytime I have ever brought up the point to a significant other of, and let me tell you, all women, well, not all, because I don't know all. A lot of women will come in and testify to, yeah, I want us to get a house and kids and be together forever and blah, 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 blah. Like, they'll all say it.
Okay.
Everybody don't really mean it. Anytime I've introduced something to that effect, i.e. on a very small scale, a joint bank account. Or just money to put away for that shit that's long-term life building things.
Yes.
No, they all fret. They all run. They turn their nose right up. The fear comes out.
What do you think they're afraid of?
That, to be honest with me.
Doing the life full time together exclusively?
Yeah, that's a lot to envision. It's a lot to envision. And in my experience, that is where a lot of women's fears come from, what they envision. Where do I envision my life at 30, 35, 40? Who do I envision myself to be with at 30, 35, 40? Where do I live? Do I have kids? Is my career on the right track? It's
Okay, pause, full stop. I got a question for you. Are you dating women of an appropriate age to have the answers to those questions, Shirley?
I have not always. I am.
I suspected that.
And I am currently.
That's no shade. It's just that me at 36 can show up differently with those answers and those, ready for those things. Me at 26, not so much. Not so much. Because I'm ill prepared, right? Now, at that point, I'm not prepared to go in financially with someone of your status. I'm not prepared to build a life and come in and be a stepmom necessarily to your two existing children. And, it's just different shit. You got to, that's some grown people shit. Partnership is some grown ass people shit.
Yeah.
That's number one. You got to be real grown, not necessarily old, but you have to be a full fucking adult to be able to do that. That is not for kids. And I learned that in my first marriage. A lot of people, some people know, some people don't know. I'm divorced. I got married at 26. I thought I was an adult. I was a fucking kid. I was a kid. I was so ignorant to the real requirements of partnership. I wanted to live my life and let it be the Eboni show and all about what I wanted to do. And I wanted him to just go along for the ride. And I felt like if you love me, that's what you're going to do, right? That's bullshit.
I have two questions for you.
Yes.
How did you enter that marriage? What was the state of Eboni when she entered?
Trauma.
Okay.
Trauma.
Got it.
I was going through some really dark times with my mom. Won't get into it now, but very traumatic. And I was essentially running away from home in a way. And he was a safe haven. Good dude. We were just both completely ill-prepared for doing life together. We didn't even want to have the same kind of life. That's another point. Before we can sign up to do life together, we have to be in agreement and full fucking alignment about the kind of life we're creating. If I'm trying to live an extravagant, and I don't just mean financially, I'm trying to go as big as God can take me, and you're more conditioned to something simplistic, we can't do life together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait, my second question was, what was it that learned your ass in that relationship? or exiting the relationship?
What was it that I learned by exiting?
Yeah, because you said you went in, you was 26, you thought your shit didn't stink, you know, you had a certain aura about you. But when you left that relationship,
oh yeah, I thought I maybe wasn't all that, you know, like I kind of and not because anything whatever he did contribute, but it was me. I felt like first of all, I felt like a failure. That's the first thing. Like, you know, when
defeated.
You go through divorce, I don't know that you can avoid that, because it was one of the first things, Joe, in my life I really tried to do well and failed miserably. So that was the first thing, was an ego check on me, right? There's I failed. You know, I didn't get this right at all.
Yeah.
So I had to atone for that with God. You know, I took vows. I took them seriously. And ultimately, we weren't able to fulfill them. I wasn't able to fulfill them. So had to atone for that. Had to grow up fast. And then I didn't get into another relationship for probably 3 or 4 years. And that was by design. Because like you said earlier when you were talking to Lyric, you intentionally you heal. You give yourself, I think I heard you say that. You give yourself the time to heal. So you don't just run and put the trauma on the next young lady. And I love that you said this, Joe. At least now the next young lady has a real chance.
Yeah, that's important.
That healing process, right? The next young lady, she's only getting a fragment of you. She's only getting a fragment of you, and that's not fair, because she could be special, and you undermine your ability to see how good it can be if you don't show up, at least in your healing process.
Yes.
I will share something else about sex.
Hey
now, woo now.
Hey, we cooking now. We cooking with oil now.
Okay. Now, you know, I'm a nice Southern girl, and I don't normally talk about this subject in detail, but I think this has value, so I'm going to share it.
Okay.
With my current fiance, first of all, I was very specific with the kind of man I wanted in my life at this particular time, because I could tell how God was moving for me, Joe, and I could tell the kind of man that doesn't work for me. And it's a good man. It's just a man who is not successful enough in his own right. And I mean financial, I mean just overall, to the point where what I do doesn't fucking matter to him. As long as I'm using my skill set and my craft for the betterment, meaning I could go be a second grade teacher, or I could be on a national television show. It doesn't matter, right? Because he is so good where he is that I'm allowed to just go live my truth. That's important. Before my fiance, I was dating some guys. It was very clear, and I know what you do, Joe. The cloud chasers. They're trying to feel good about themselves, and as Lyric said, validated through you. You know, they're adjacent to you. And so
or my sex is amazing, or like I know a lot of other reasons that could be, but continue.
No, but that's part of it, right? Like,
no, you're right.
You're right. Fucking person, Joe. But let's say now you're a high school football coach, and these same women are not gonna be into it the same way. Like, let's just be serious. There is something that comes with the cachet of celebrity, that comes with the cachet of the money, that comes with the cachet of all of it. Okay,
it's attractive.
It's attractive, and I'm not knocking anybody being attracted to it. I'm simply saying, as a woman, I'm just being honest with you. I didn't want a man that was a part of his equation. I just didn't, because I know me, Joe, and I can say fuck all this shit tomorrow and say fuck it, I'm going back to practicing law. I don't want to do this shit no more, and I don't want my relationship to now be compromised because you thought you were with a TV person, or you thought you were with a public person, you know, public figure or some bullshit. So that was important to me. So anyway, I get set up with this man. That's by the way, just a little food for thought. I think that's a great way to meet people. Not knocking the apps or anything like that. I think do everything.
How?
But when you know what you want, what you do is you go out and you tell your circle, specific people, key people, these are the qualities I'm looking for. Now deploy and go find and report back.
Got it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Really?
So, yeah.
I need that group chat.
Oh, yeah.